Ah. Keine Ahnung, was ich von dem ganzen Nacht soll. Nichts Gutes. So wie es aussieht, hatte meine Frau vielleicht eine Affäre. Insofern verdichtet sich mein Verdacht, könnte man sagen. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there was a water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? I was already filthy and exhausted. I didn't want to keep rooting around garbage. Yeah, damn right. Why should I? Come on. Ich hab genug Scheiße gefunden hier. Ich brauche nicht auch noch irgendwas daraus. What was that? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling, and wondered where it led. I gave the chain a single tug and a simple folding ladder to the attic popped down. Schauen wir mal. Okay, ein Radio. Nonsense? What? Wieso hängen da Seile von der... Ach, egal. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. I opened up the old cardboard box and wasn't entirely surprised by what I saw. There were more of Rachel's things, more of my wife's clothes. Photos, shoes, even that old radio I gave her. Why, Rachel? What were you doing here with Norman? Ich glaube, wir haben ein bisschen zu viel vergessen. Sieht mir nämlich sehr stark nach einer Scheidung aus. Haben wir hier schon? Ja, das war das Schlafzimmer. Nee, nee. Das war das Waffenzimmer, whatever. Ja, jetzt so an sich gesehen haben wir doch eigentlich alles. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the television. Ja, das kenne ich schon. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't pop it open. It needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Aber... Die Leiche? Nee, oder? Ja, dann durchsuche ich doch den Müll. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Ja gut, damit werden wir dann wahrscheinlich die Tür öffnen können. Wir sind ja quasi schon in der Stadt angekommen. Ich frage mich, wo es weitergehen wird. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Like sex. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Nichts Besonderes soweit. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. Ja, if they're half melted, dann war es wahrscheinlich nicht so lange aus. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Yeah, not exploded. Sorry wegen dem Geräusper die ganze Zeit. It'd been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against a chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. It looked like someone had taken that piece from a store, but why was it in those tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled the dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Okay. Immerhin heißt das Spiel Home, also... It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. It was locked, this wasn't the right gate, wahrscheinlich. Sorry. Oh Mann. Hä? Bin ich jetzt... The neighborhood's local postbox. A letter was sticking out as if someone had pushed it in, or hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right. I left the letter right where it was. The neighborhood mail wasn't my problem. Seriously. Ich mag ja neugierig sein, aber mittlerweile das Spiel tötet meine Neugier. Oh fuck. Da war Blut an der Wand. Oh fuck. Oh Mann, oh Mann, Mann. Okay. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Noch mehr Blut. Oh God. I held my breath as I approached our door. I was terrified to step inside. Oh shit. Oh fuck. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remembered having breakfast here, on this very table. Was it yesterday? Or sometime before? There was a small pile of mail on the floor, in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where'd I put the damn key? The door was stuck shut. There was no old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Oh wait, I thought I had found my driver's license, but it was just a photo of Rachel and I. I was a little disappointed. Rachel and I smiled out from the old, worn photo. A few years ago you could have said we were truly happy. Now I wasn't so sure about Now I wasn't sure what to think. I tucked the photo back into my wallet. I couldn't even remember the last time I had looked at it. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. I had a feeling what was in it. Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. What have I done? What have I done? No, that's not the way. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Oh god. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. I pocketed the key. Whew. Okay.